10 fun facts about England food. Number 1. Fish and chips were served in newspapers until 1980. Nothing beats proper fish and chips from a proper fish and chip shop in England, preferably from a fish and chip shop on the coast. Try some fish and chips on a day out in Portsmouth or Brighton or Newquay and you won't regret it. English fish and chips are made up of a piece of fish, usually cod or haddock, fried in a deep fryer, with some fresh-cut deep-fried potatoes on the side. It's one of the inarguable facts about England food that as soon as someone mentions having chips and fish, you have to go and eat them. You'll find that each area in England does this fish differently. Up north, it's served with gravy, mushy peas and bread and butter. Down south, they like curry sauce. Wherever you are in England, fish and chips has to be served with plenty of salt and vinegar. Vinegar first, of course, to give the salt something to stick to. Traditionally, fish and chips are served with a cup of coffee, although, if you're eating them in the evening, a pint of cider will get them down easily. Number 2. Over 970 million dozen eggs are laid every year in the UK. We love our eggs in England. Whether they're beaten, fried, baked, scrambled, or poached, we just cannot get enough of them. In fact, when I was single, they formed the basis of most dinners. It was great. Also, you can't beat full English breakfast in England. It's a well-known English food fact that the best full English breakfasts come from greasy spoons. You can pay a few quid and get a full plate of sausages, bacon, eggs, beans, and sometimes chips, toast, and mushrooms, with a tea to wash it all down. We also need all the eggs for the amazing cakes we're known for in England. Number 3. Bangers and mash are so called as they used to bang. Yes, during the war they used to be filled with so much random meat and water that they'd explode in the pan. Nowadays they're made of a better quality of meat and are a staple on England's pub grub menus. As any Brit knows, they're easy to make at home. You just need to cook up a minimum of 3 sausages per person, rustle up some mashed potato with cheese and butter for ultimate creaminess, and then cook some onion gravy on the side as thick as possible. Serve with a few greens at voila. Number 4. English people consume more tea per capita than anybody else in the world. In England, we drink 2.5 times more tea than the Japanese, and 22 times more than the Americans or French. That's a lot. Americans would like to think this is all drunk in the form of a cream tea, with little sandwiches and cakes too. But in reality, it's just a strong brew in a mug, maybe a little biscuit on the side. Visit stately homes in England, forests and countryside areas in England, and you'll be able to find a cream tea being served. There's a whole controversy in England about whether you're meant to put the jam on first, or the cream. A Devonshire cream tea is cream then jam, and a Cornish cream tea is jam then cream. You'll just have to experiment to see which side of the debate you stand on, although to be honest, I'm with the Cornish. If you find a cream tea doesn't fill you up, then of course you can upgrade to an afternoon tea. Afternoon teas will have all kinds of sandwiches as well, and maybe some cakes. Also, the best kind has a glass of champers on the side. Most Brits are just happy with a brew in a mug though, which tastes even better if someone else makes it for you. Number 5. Our most expensive slice of meat pie was sold for over $1,700 a slice. Once upon a time in Lancashire, they created a shepherd's pie worth over $1,700 a slice. It was made with Japanese Wagyu beef fillet, priceless Chinese matsutake mushrooms, winter black truffles, French bluefoot mushrooms, and gravy made from 2 bottles of vintage 1982 Chateau Mouton Rothschild wine. All garnished with edible gold leaf, it became a Guinness World Record for the most expensive shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is made with lamb and cottage pie is made with beef, otherwise they're the same. All you need to do to make shepherd's pie and cottage pie is to fry up some mince and veg, add the spices and stock and simmer. Then you need to make mash. Just put the mince in an oven-proof dish, add the mash to the top and some cheese and bake. I've totally oversimplified it there, but you can find a good recipe on BBC Good Food. Serve up shepherd's pie to a Brit and they'll love you forever. A truly hearty dish that will warm you from the inside. Great for the winter. Number 6. Sunday roasts are a tradition from the church. Some denominations, Like Roman Catholics and Anglicans refrained from eating meat on Fridays and Saturdays, and so this was their chance to eat meat again. We originally had it for lunch, as this would be done after we'd been to church. Sunday roasts feature some sort of meat, usually chicken, lamb, beef or ham with veg on the side and potatoes too. Accompaniments are almost as important as the main event when it comes to a Sunday roast. We have mint with lamb, cranberries with turkey, horseradish with beef and stewed apples with pork. Also gravy. Essential facts about England food state that this needs to be thick enough to feel and taste, but not too thick to overpower. As you can tell, cooking a good roast dinner is a mastery in timings to have it all ready at the same time. Good stuffing is an absolute essential when it comes to a Sunday roast. Drowned in gravy, it's pretty much the best thing. Number 7. Chicken Tikka Masala has become the national dish of England. It apparently became so popular in England thanks to a British-Pakistani chef, Ali Ahmed Islam. He was the proprietor of the Shish Mahal restaurant in the west end of Glasgow and invented chicken tikka masala by improvising a sauce made from yogurt, cream and spices. Apparently chicken tikka masala is not actually even a thing in Pakistan, but England has adopted the delicious flavors to become one of the most popular English foods on the menu. Number 8. Eton Mess was invented at Eton College in the tuck shop. The story goes that in the 1930s Eton Mess was served in the tuck shop at Eton College to the hungry rich boys. As they went home for summer, word of the Eton Mess spread mother to mother, and so the legend was born. Eton Mess is an absolute classic English dessert. Tasty and good looking. It's an essential in summer in England. Eton Mess is made from tasty pavlova, but you need to actually make it, not buy it, and ice cream and fruit all mashed together. Serve with another strawberry or raspberry on top for flair. It's traditionally served with strawberries, but you can also make it with lemon, raspberries, ginger, pineapple, or whatever your heart desires to keep things exciting, fresh, tart, and tasty. I haven't met anyone in England who doesn't like an Eton Mess. In fact, it's my all-time favorite dessert, and I've tried a lot of desserts. Number 9. Our love of trifles dates back to Tudor times. The humble strawberry trifle dates way back to the times of the Tudors. Where other popular Tudor time foods have fallen by the wayside, the trifle is still popular, especially at the English Christmas dinner table. A classic English trifle is made up of fruit, sugar, Madeira cake, ladyfinger biscuits, cream and custard, and you definitely need to add a few nuts and flake a flake chocolate bar on top too. A trifle needs to be served in a glass bowl, so you can see the layers. The first bite is in the presentation after all. Number 10. Pork pies were invented thanks to the fox hunt. Melton Mowbray is a town in Leicestershire famous for having the best pork pies in all the land. They got the accolade thanks to the fox hunts that used to take place there. The hunters would go out with these pies in their pockets ready for hunger to strike. Word got around about the delicacy, and so legend of Melton Mowbray pork pie was born. You can get little generic ones in supermarkets, but a pork pie aficionado will tell you that you need a special deli one with meat from a butcher and a good layer of fat jelly inside to be considered a proper one. Serve with a chutney or pickle to get those flavors just right in your mouth at your picnic. Subscribe to get more facts. Thanks for watching.